Warning, if you are an easily triggered or offended codsucker, do not watch this. To everyone else with a ball bag, here is why Modern Warfare 2 2022 failed, broken into 3 of my amazing episodes. Enjoy the masterpiece. Now this is the biggest problem with Modern Warfare 2, skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is a matchmaking system that prioritizes skill over connection when setting up games in Modern Warfare 2. Activision uses this system to cater to all the brainless mouth breathers who only play for a couple hours a week, buy a cringe operator skin, and repeat. Want proof?
Bro, let me try to scope up my primary, bro.
I love shit.
Oh wait, I can't do it because I keep dying, bro.
But the rest of us, the fortunate people who have been spared with functional brain cells, have been totally left for dead. The entire OG Call of Duty community was voicing their anger and disappointment with Activision and Infinity Ward, Infinity Turd, pretty much since the beta because of the strict skill-based matchmaking. That was very clear. Let me refresh your memory.
Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, 2022 Electric Boogaloo. It's Dorban time. Will be the worst Call of Duty of all time.
This is literally a basically copy and paste of Modern Warfare 2019, but they took a step backwards. And clearly, it's something that's it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere, and Activision will not remove it since it makes all the pace eaters happy. Whether it pisses the rest of us off or not is an afterthought to these greedy bastards. Skill-based matchmaking literally forced me to the brink of insanity. Remember this?
I know, it's going under his armpit, it's going under, he's shooting between his legs, he's shooting up the side of his head, and he's missing it. If you look closely, you saw it down, he's missing it. Skill-based matchmaking isn't bad, you just need to get skills, you got no skill, you need to adjust to the game, bro. You need to adjust.
Scary, right? The reason skill-based matchmaking is hated is because every game feels like a $100,000 CDL loser sweatfest kangaroo jumping drop shotting sponsored by G Fuel. Use my code for 10% off MLG Esports tournament. The casual aspect of Call of Duty is dead because of this. No sane human being wants to willingly put themselves in a G Fuel obsessed CDL skin tournament every single game.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
You literally get punished for being a good player. Using skill-based matchmaking, Infinity Ward designed Modern Warfare 2 to keep you down to as close to a 1.0 KD and a 1.0 win-loss ratio as they possibly can. It's basically communism. They want to reward the bad players for sucking eggs so that they'll stay on the game longer, which makes Activision's performance analytics look better for Modern Warfare 2 so they can look at it with their shareholders who can wank off to it, even though they could easily manipulate those player retention numbers to look better than they truly are, but whatever. We'll just sweep that under the rug. Remember the Black Ops 2 days when Christmas time came out? Oh wait, yeah, I just realized a lot of you are a bunch of pace eaters who never played the game and came from Fortnite. But here's for all the Lennies who never got to experience the Black Ops 2 days, and here's for all the people, the legends, who did get to experience it. Remember this? Here's a little trip down memory lane for you. Treyarch, the best Call of Duty studio, even though that's not really saying much, asked that we go easy on the Christmas noobs. But they said, hey, we want you to go easy on Lenny and Stanley, those paste-eating mouth breathers, but we know you won't. Imagine that, a time when you didn't get brought to the electric chair for being better than someone else at something. Nowadays, Call of Duty is a participation trophy simulator. It'll be more likely for little Timmy to buy cringe bundles with his COD points that he bought using his mom's credit card. It also helps the directionless in life, out-of-shape movement lord to proudly represent his favorite CDL team in an attempt to live a pathetic false reality where he dreams of being a Call of Duty self-proclaimed athlete while downing G Fuel, Mountain Dew, and finishing off his 5th bag of Doritos of the day. Feel convicted? Good. Get a life. You'll actually feel better like moving something other than your thumbs. It's pretty healthy, believe it or not. But here's where skill-based matchmaking gets deeper. No, not in that way. Stop thinking wrong. The COD community was beginning to catch on that something felt off while playing in Modern Warfare 2 matches. Almost like the game was playing you, and you were being controlled by some sort of devious algorithm set up by Activision in an attempt to manipulate every move you make and every outcome of your game. Okay, I'll just say it. Modern Warfare 2 is rigged. Engagement Optimized Matchmaking, or EOMM, is what Activision uses in Call of Duty to manipulate your experience of playing Modern Warfare 2. You may have become familiar with terms such as skill-based damage and skill-based hit detection. Well, these terms come from engagement optimized matchmaking. What this rigged algorithm does is manipulates you in-game so that everyone is more likely to play longer for increased engagement. In other words, if one player is getting absolutely steamrolled and the other team's dominating the other team, obviously, that player will suffer connection issues. Hit detection or registration issues, inconsistent damage issues, literally rigged gunfights. Hell, it was even known to manipulate your footstep audio. Yeah, exclusive Ace Ventura, I'm talking to you. Pretty crazy concept, right?
So all of the evidence with proper testing points to no skill-based footstep audio. And I do feel like higher skilled players may experience this more often than lower skilled players.
Huh? Activision actually did get exposed for implementing these rigged patents into Modern Warfare 2 by a small COD content creator named Why So Serious. I mean, this dude literally dedicated so much time into exposing these patents in MW2. So seriously, shout out to him, legendary stuff. The COD community has been speaking out about these kinds of algorithms for years, but nothing has been done. No matter how many YouTube videos and tweets are made to bring awareness to the suspect algorithms behind Call of Duty, by how many content creators and social media influencers, it just seems to get worse.
SBMM is literal dog shit, bro. Trash.
And Modern Warfare 2 completely amplified that long-fought battle. Players are obviously more likely to quit playing Modern Warfare 2 quicker if they're getting absolutely emasculated every game. So how does Activision solve this? You better know, because I just dedicated this whole video to give you the answer, you slimy mother... Activision has manipulated everyone using the unstoppable Dream Team duo of skill-based matchmaking and engagement-optimized matchmaking, like Kobe and Shaq, Captain Price and Soap McTavish, Joe Secott and Doors. Speaking of Doors, what does this all truly mean? Well, you have two choices. You can either subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video, because you were nodding your head and laughing in relatability and agreement the entire time as it served as a much needed form of therapy for you, or you could ignore my words, you know you want to subscribe, and get your dreams ripped away from you by Joe Secott as he eternally haunts your mind with his absolutely uncontrollable door fetish that he should 100% seek professional help for. Here's a sneak peek to your near future if you choose not to subscribe to the Juan and like this video. You hear that? That is the sound of Joseph Secott himself relentlessly attempting to penetrate a glory hole through your bedroom door while you frantically hide in the farthest away corner during your reoccurring nightmare. Sorry for putting that visual in your head. Subscribe and like the video. Don't let Joe Secott violate your doors. You're welcome for the free therapy. Modern Warfare 2 2022 is a scam, but before I get into why, I need you to understand this. I honestly do not expect Call of Duty to be as good as it was back in the glory days. If you were fortunate enough to have experienced that, then you'd understand what I mean. But I have come to accept within the past few years that Call of Duty will never return to its former glory. My standards have been completely lowered when it comes to COD for a mix of reasons. One being the fact that I'm older now, so I don't really care as much about, earning the highest streaks or going for nukes. I just want to try to have fun with my friends to the best of my ability. My gosh, if you jump around a corner one more time, I'm gonna come through your screen and strangle you. That's not to say that I don't play to win, but my perspective has changed due to Activision and Call of Duty developers refusing to ever listen to the most die-hard community, us, which is the other reason why my standards have been lowered for Call of Duty. However, as fair as I may try to be with COD, it doesn't excuse what Activision and Infinity Ward did with Modern Warfare 2. They scammed us all. Let's look into the first reason into how Activision originally marketed and falsely advertised Modern Warfare 2 to us all. So let's go back to 2022 when this game was being hyped up after leaks and rumors from official and verified sources totally broke the Call of Duty scene that MW2 would be a 2-year game. This would be the first Call of Duty to get 2 years of support from the developers, as Infinity Ward was slotted to be the main developer team for COD 2022. This was one of two critical ways of falsely advertising Modern Warfare 2. The second way, I'll get into later, it's a pretty big one. Modern Warfare 2 being a 2-year Call of Duty was extremely enticing to players in terms of all the content it would conceivably receive from Infinity Ward and other studios, since they literally would have more time than ever to add new content. What makes the players stay on the game, in any game, is having something to grind for. If there's nothing to earn from playing the game of any value, then why go through the grind? There is no grind, there's literally no point, and that is a major problem with Modern Warfare 2. But here's the kicker. Neither Activision nor Infinity Ward said outright that Modern Warfare 2 would be the latest Call of Duty title for 2 years. That's just a fact. However, they are still responsible for false advertising. Here's why. Activision and Infinity Ward did not claim that Modern Warfare 2 would be a 2-year title. However, they did not deny all the information that was coming out about it either. They never denied the idea that Modern Warfare 2 would be a 2-year game because they saw the overwhelmingly positive reactions it drew from the Call of Duty community. They're not stupid. They saw that it was reeling people in. It was a staple in how they broke the initial sales record in Call of Duty history with Modern Warfare 2 and raked in all that money from all those COD suckers. Odds are, you're one of them. So yeah, since it turned out only months later there would actually be a new official release in 2023, lead developed by Sledgehammer Games, who literally just shat the bed with Call of Duty Vanguard. You literally can't make this up. Activision is 100% guilty of falsely advertising MW2 in this case. You were probably expecting Modern Warfare 2 to last for 2 years before the next Call of Duty released. Normally, it goes by annual release, so this is a fresh new concept that would supposedly give the devs more time to work on the game before and after the official release. All those cosmetics, maps, weapons, game modes that the developers would be able to work on. Sounds great when you think about it, right? How could they mess this up? But that's what they wanted you to think. And that's how they fooled way too many of us loyal Call of Duty fans into getting scammed $70 or even $100 if you bought the Vault Edition. But seriously, here's how Activision fooled customers by using the 2-year title marketing scheme to buy Modern Warfare 2. All these sources who were leaking information about the soon-to-be 2022 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 were not pulling all that info from their asses. Charlie Intel, Modern Warzone, Jason Schreier, Ghost of Hope, among others, all were revealing the same information to the public. They all have ties or relations to people who worked for Activision. Therefore, they're receiving the information straight from the source. Activision then uses these news accounts to share the news on Twitter and on their own personal websites to have one, like Charlie Intel. But it's not just any news. Activision only allows news that they want you to consume. You know, other than that one time one of their employees got scammed and that scammer ended up hacking and leaking the entire future schedule of Modern Warfare 2 for everyone to see, but let's just ignore that part, right, Activision? Activision obviously loves to stir the pot with the Call of Duty community, and they succeeded with Modern Warfare 2. They had used all these social media figures with insider info to build up the hype with Modern Warfare 2. Activision used immoral, misleading tactics to sway their consumers, all of us loyal fans. Modern Warfare 2 broke an all-time sales record for a Call of Duty game ever, passing Modern Warfare 3 with $800 million in sales this opening weekend of the game. But is this really all that impressive? It's 100% a success in terms of sales, but if you think about it, Modern Warfare 3 held the record before, a game released in 2011, literally 11 years prior. So it took them 11 years to finally reach that milestone again, but Modern Warfare 2 also cost $70, $10 more than Modern Warfare 3 did. So I mean, it better surpass it in sales, it's common sense. Here's another form of false advertising in Modern Warfare 2. Remember when Infinity Ward randomly changed the LA Thieves skin? CDL skins are a popular buy in the Call of Duty shop, so obviously Activision knows that and takes full advantage of it. The CDL esports teams have many fans who love to represent their support through using these skins in the game. Although there may be rare cases of normal functioning humans buying these, 99% of the time they're all a bunch of kangaroo jumping, drop shotting, pre-aiming around the corner looking But yeah, originally as you can see, the LA Thieves skin was selling as basically an all black skin with the red really only showing on the logo. Fast forward about a week later, Activision changed it. Why do you think? People were complaining that the sweaty no-life nerds were using this to their advantage. Since the suit was basically all black, other than the red LA logo of course, it made them harder to see, which obviously gave them a visibility advantage in gunfights in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 as well. However, this still did not make it right for Activision to change the skin after all those players had already paid for it. This is 100% a case of false advertising. Still to this day in the cringe Call of Duty shop, they advertise the LA Thieves skin as the original, all-black design, even though when you buy it, it's a completely different design with a lot more red and more vibrancy, which makes it stick out more. That is literally false advertising if you're misleading the consumer to buy something and then have it be totally different when they buy it, when they play with it. Activision tried getting away with this saying, well, we do include a legal note in place saying we may update, replace, or remove in-game content anytime. In other words, let's just word this in a politician-like way so that we can get away with scamming and misleading you without having to provide any refunds. What a joke. But there's another way in which Activision falsely advertised Modern Warfare 2. Remember when Hardcore Mode was finally added months into Modern Warfare 2's release, only for Infinity Ward to completely remove it from the game right after? One of Modern Warfare 2's selling points was the old school Hardcore Mode, so when you don't add it to the game and replace it with swamp-ass Tier 1 game mode, people are gonna be pissed. My gosh, Tier 1 was an absolute disgrace, basically that cringe-ass realism mode for Modern Warfare 2019. It truly is puzzling to me as to why Infinity Ward seems to be strangely obsessed with the realism, Milsim Sentinel style of game. It's baffling, it truly is. But yeah, Infinity Ward didn't even add hardcore mode to MW2 until Season 2, which also was delayed 2 weeks from its original set date. It resulted in tons of backlash and led to a massive wave of players quitting MW2. Did Infinity Ward really deserve praise for adding in something to their game that should have been in there in the first place? Of course not. If you say otherwise, you're a complete idiot. Would you really praise them for scamming you? If you want an easy summary of why and how Modern Warfare 2 is a scam, then here it is. Activision scammed the entire Call of Duty community by falsely advertising Modern Warfare 2 in multiple ways, including using social media influencers to spread lies about MW2 being supported for 2 years in order to sway their consumers, falsely advertising a CDL skin, not adding a game mode that they marketed pre-release and then removing it shortly after they added it months into the game's life cycle. I have not even gotten into yet as to how Infinity Ward and Activision completely screwed everyone over and scammed everyone with Modern Warfare 2 in one of the ways they falsely advertised it. And it's one of the biggest ways, and I'm about to reveal it to you. That is when they advertised Modern Warfare 2 as being the most advanced Call of Duty of all time. Find out how Modern Warfare 2 being marketed by Activision in Infinity Ward as the most advanced Call of Duty ever is a total lie and scam, as we will compare Modern Warfare 2 to the glory days of Call of Duty, which will prove that Modern Warfare 2 is a complete scam. See y'all then. Guys, Activision lied to you about Modern Warfare 2. It's worse than you think. The COD community has begged Infinity Ward to add sufficient content in Modern Warfare 2, and they, still at this point in the MW2 cycle, have not lived up to our needs. So please do yourself a favor and share this video to get the word around the Call of Duty community. Everyone needs to hear this, so please hit that like button as well to spread the word. Make sure it gets heard. In the last episode of this series, I showed to you how Modern Warfare 2 is 100% a scam. But in this video, we're going to be diving deeper into Activision's lies, that Modern Warfare 2 is the biggest lie in Call of Duty history. Let's have a time, boys. What's going on, my fellow gaming warriors? Tis the one. One of the biggest problems, and there are many, with Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2 is the fact that there is nothing to do. So how did Activision get away with this and break the fastest selling Call of Duty record, surpassing the greatness of the OG Modern Warfare 3, not the piece that's coming out in 2023? Well, the answer is quite simple. Activision fooled you. Here's what I mean. Season 2 was absolutely the most embarrassing and dead time in Call of Duty history, if not now. Literally crickets from the devs over there at Infinity Turd. Like, hey, can we have red dots on the minimap like a normal Call of Duty game? Dead silence perk. More than 10 maps on launch. Footsteps that don't sound like elephants. Literally anything that would make sense and make your biggest fans happy. Yeah, I know, it's frustrating, Jev. They're a bunch of meatheads. I don't know what to tell you. You should know this by now. Anyway, so much for all those devs you bragged about, Activision, who supposedly worked on this absolute disgrace of a Call of Duty.
3,000 devs! 3,000!
Okay, yeah, I agree. We get it, Codfather. But you don't have to scream it every single time. You're gonna blow my friggin' eardrums out. But it's true. I mean, this is something Activision and Infinity Ward were bragging about to hype up MW2. Like, oh, we have 3,000 people to work on this game. It's going to be the most advanced Call of Duty ever, which is total bullshit, as you all know, if you have any brain cells left after playing this game, but we'll get into that later. Let's look into how this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 ranks up against the launch content of all the glory days of Call of Duty. That is Call of Duty 4 through Black Ops 2, 2007 through 2012, literally going back about 16 years now, almost 2 full decades. Also keep in mind, Infinity Ward and Treyarch were much smaller teams in comparison today and had a much smaller budget, especially compared to
3,000 devs!
Okay, so COD 4, the original Modern Warfare developed by the real Infinity Ward team, 16 maps on launch. Yes, you heard that right, 16. Moving on to World at War, developed by Treyarch, 13 maps on launch. The fan favorite, real Modern Warfare 2, OG Modern Warfare 2, 14 maps on launch. Next up, we got Black Ops, 14 maps on launch. Modern Warfare 3, 16 maps on launch. And finally, I'm marking the end of an era with my personal GOAT Call of Duty multiplayer, Black Ops 2, which launched a total of 14 maps, 15 if you include Nuketown 2025. So you get the point. There was more than enough content and variety back in the day on Call of Duty to keep you grinding the games. It never really got stale like Modern Warfare 2 2022 got. I mean, you would take a break, but why is this the case? Well, let's look into it. First, let's look at how many maps came out on Modern Warfare 2 on launch. An embarrassing total of 8 6v6 multiplayer maps on launch. Mostly all on a scale of sucking eggs, so this makes me want to repeatedly bash my In Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2, Infinity Ward recycled the 2 most overplayed maps from Modern Warfare 2019 Shipment and Shoot House. Shipment being in Call of Duty for damn near 2 decades, and that's no exaggeration. These 2 maps are the only reason any self-loving, sane being would want to grind this game, especially for camos. I mean, do I really need to bring up Tarak or Santa Cena, Santa Claus Border Crossing? And if it weren't for basically the entire Call of Duty community voicing our frustrations to Infinity Ward for the lack of content, we would have only gotten 2 maps in Season 2, one of which we've seen over a decade with Dome, which, by the way, Infinity Ward felt the need to change the name of the map to Zaya Observatory. Literally, dude, what is it with these long-ass scientific notation names? Keep it simple, you freaks. The other being a map they showcased during the MW2 beta, Valder's Museum. Yes, another map in scientific notation. Stop doing that, you weird-ass mother... So these 2 maps came to MW2 Season 2 after all the backlash they got from the COD community for not adding any new content. Players were quitting Modern Warfare 2, and then Infinity Ward gave us these 2 maps as an answer to all that loudly voiced displeasure. As a result, we trashed Activision and Infinity Ward more than ever, and still are, and by some miracle, we were able to pull one map out of their asses that most of us probably wish never got released in the first place. Himmelmatt Expo. Dude, again with the scientific notation, what the f- You wanna know what's even funnier about this map? It wasn't even supposed to be released until Season 3, so this was released early as a gift, is the way Infinity Ward sees it. But dude, this map is literally the epitome of looking at some rare exotic flower, expecting it to smell like absolute heaven, but then you take a whiff, and you get the scent of Joe Sekat's bathroom door after he takes a dump the size of his pockets after Modern Warfare 2. This map is a straight up abomination to humanity. Crown Raceway was supposed to be released with Modern Warfare 2 on launch, but they literally just held it out a little later. Now, this could be because they just wanted to pass something off as new content in between the launch of MW2 and Season 1. So what better way than to hold out a map you advertise in the beta and hold it out until the community wants a new map? Wouldn't put it past Infinity Ward. However, there possibly might have been legal issues between Infinity Ward and the FIA, the governing body for F1, since Crown Raceway is based off Singapore's Marina-based circuit. F1 wouldn't want to be affiliated with a shooting game with gun violence, aka they want to make sure they can get a little green stuff from Activision for this. Although I do appreciate Crown Raceway, it exposes another huge problem with maps in MW2, the lack of originality and creativity. Infinity Ward copied the IRL locations of 3 maps and counting in MW2, Crown Raceway, Valderus Museum, and Breenberg Hotel. They all had legal issues, so it's like MW2 was losing content rather than adding. What an embarrassing situation. Also, Modern Warfare 2 maps go against every single traditional Call of Duty map in every way. Some of the worst maps I've ever played on were in MW2. Santa Cena, Santa Claus Border Crossing, El Asilo, Embassy, Tarak, Himmelstadt Expo. I mean, I might as well name off every damn map in the game at this point. Just totally pitiful, and Infinity Ward should be embarrassed. And if you say otherwise... Again, guys, please share all this to get this out to the rest of the Call of Duty community who are unaware of this situation. So hit that like button to do your due diligence in this fight against Activision. Subscribe if you're new to the channel to become an elite gaming warrior. If you subscribe to the one, you will become a Call of Duty movement lord, as if you had chugged 3 cups of G Fuel before the match. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and also thank you for all the support. It really does mean a lot to me. One last thing, though. I am a sentinel. 'Tis been one.